In the headlines, government signs agreement with Vital Developers Limited for a 5-star eco-resort and spa. A renewed commitment from government for a viable agriculture program for schools across the country. And a commendation for local participation in carnival activities thus far this year. I'm Andrea Louis with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Red cheese, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are.
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel alive.
There's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
Thank you for staying with us. First up, government signed an agreement on Monday with the developer of a 72-room, 5-star eco-resort and spa located in Providence, near Loda. This is a government-approved project to be financed under the Citizenship by Investment program.
This 5-star resort is certainly a step in the right direction and will lead to the creation of new jobs of diverse nature, development of skills and education of our youth, revitalization of the small businesses and the craft sector in the Roseau Valley. As Minister for Public Works and the parliamentary representative, I have spared no effort to ensure that the access to the Roseau Valley remains very high in the government's agenda. Over the past months, since the passage of Hurricane Maria, a number of roadworks have been undertaken to include the new Bailey Bridge at Wharton Waven and the realignment of the Trafalgar Road leading from that bridge, the realignment of the Providence Road, the extensive river dredging works in Copthall, Trafalgar, and the river along the Trafalgar-Wharton-Waven Link Road as well. Ongoing works with the realignment of a section of road from Copthall to Mont Prosper and the rehabilitation of the Mont Prosper Village Road. Ongoing extensive works on the highway, I mentioned the highway to Cochrane from River Estate. Major rehabilitation work of the Copthall Road as well is ongoing. These significant investments are part of the government's development strategy for the Roseau Valley, which is in keeping with the principles for orderly national development outlined in the National Resilient Development Strategy. It is therefore envisaged that in addition to the various infrastructure works previously mentioned, the development of this 5-star resort at Providence in proximity to the Middle Arm Falls will literally transform the landscape of the Roseau Valley, resulting in improved quality of life and standard of living for the people of the Roseau Valley.
So far, the government has approved 5 projects under the real estate arm of the CBI, and today will be the 6th that the government is signing on to. Out of the 5 thus far, 4 have started, and some of them are at an advanced stage of construction. So it tells you that we've had some great success thus far with the CBI real estate arm of the project. We've received many other proposals, but we have not advanced them, and some of which we have not even given consideration to beyond review, because we are very circumspect with the projects which we consider and which we give approval to. We want to ensure that these projects are able to succeed, they're able to come to conclusion, and they fit within our own vision and expectations for our country, Dominica.
I think I would like to extend my gratitude for the government, both CBI Technical Committee and CBI Ministerial Committee, for the Honorable Prime Minister, for the support I receive in every stage of the developing this project. And I think I will do my best to deliver on this project, and not only in the time frame what we signed in the contract, but much earlier, because I think I am ready to start with this project very soon. However, we doing now everything in the preparation stage. I would like also to inform you that we ahead of time had received the full planning approval of the project, not just the sketch or the general approval, the full plan and approval of the project. So basically, after we collect enough money from the potential CBI investors, what we already have agents in place, we'll be able to start building the project.
The groundbreaking ceremony is due to take place in 9 months' time. Construction will take 3 years. 160 employees will be involved in its construction and 60 will be employed to run it. The construction of a sanctuary rainforest eco-resort and spa project is expected to help transform Dominica into the #1 ecotourism destination in the world. That new project, along with other major investments in tourism, is part of government's commitment to the diversification of the economy.
We recognize that to successfully develop tourism, both the private and public sector must come together and work in synergy and in partnership to transform dreams to a thriving tourism plant and activity, thereby creating numerous sustainable jobs for our talented and energetic citizens. I can say to you that the government which I serve will continue to dialogue with private sectors so that together we can enhance the environment for attracting tourism investment and for doing business in Dominica. The Citizen by Investment program has opened up an effective, transparent, and direct opportunity to forge these partnerships in order to develop homegrown and foreign direct investments into the tourism sector.
Mr. Tong welcomes the added rooms and the impact this new facility will have on a wide cross-section of the local economy.
The luxury boutique resort will complement Dominica's natural attractions and eco-friendly environment. Many have stated that Dominica needs these quality brands to improve on the country's awareness and to help develop its tourism product to a world-class standard. I feel proud today as Minister and as a Dominican to welcome Vital Development Inc. to our nature island. The additional rooms will have a tremendous rippling effect on the economic sectors. Over 160 jobs will be created in the construction sector during the development phase. And once the doors are open, and even before guests arrive, over 60 local persons would have to be employed in the hospitality sector. It has been the foresight of this government to invest heavily in the training of hospitality workers throughout the length and breadth of this country. And as articulated by the Prime Minister, we will be implemented very soon, within the next 2 months, a six-week training program to target such prospective employees. We are all aware that we have many hotels who will be opening the doors soon, so we have to ensure that we have training persons in the basic areas of housekeeping, bartending, wait staff, front desk operations, customer service, and introduction to business tourism to give our local persons the best chance of securing those respective jobs. The Dominica State College will coordinate the training. But additionally, farmers, fishermen, taxi drivers, and other goods and service providers also benefit from this amazing development.
In other top stories, the International Organization for Migration, IOM, has launched a program to help support the government of Dominica with increasing emergency preparedness in communities. Julian Morris has that story.
The project is funded by United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Under this project, IOM will undertake several activities, including the repair and rehabilitation of 12 emergency shelters recommended by the Department of Local Government and the Office of Disaster Management. Displacement tracking surveys conducted by the IOM Post Maria found that a total of 78 emergency shelters were being used, housing over 3,000 internally displaced people. While most of these people have moved out of the emergency shelters, many found it necessary to return to seek safety at the emergency shelters across the island during the hurricane season of 2018. IOM's goal is to ensure that the shelters are in good repair and properly equipped to provide an essential service. Rehabilitation work has already started in Maho, Marigot, Biosh, Glanvilla, and Tarishpit. Work will begin this week at the Sedeco Primary School, Atkinson Resource Center, Calibishi Resource Center, and the Wesley Resource Center.
In more developments, Dominicans have been commended for their increased participation in mass Dominic activities thus far. The comment came from Minister for Tourism and Culture Robert Tong over the weekend. Tong was speaking at the opening ceremony for Carnival in Maho, where he applauded the organizers and patrons for a well-put-together parade.
It is clear that Mas Dominic continues to improve every year, despite the challenges of Hurricane Maria. The participation in this year's carnival has increased, and the shows have become more exciting, but I'm extremely pleased to see the involvement of the youth in our activities. Our culture is rich, and it is so refreshing to see so many youth taking an active role and participation. The government of Dominica is fully committed to provide the support that is required to preserve our culture and to also make it an economic activity to improve its longevity. Mas Dominic remains a celebration for the young, for the old, and the not so old. So let us celebrate by being united with one another.
Member of Parliament for Maho constituency, Rayburn Blackmore, congratulated the number of groups and bands which came out to make the Maho opening parade a success.
I'm elated by the fact that this year we had a number of groups participating in this parade, which of course distinguishes the parade, and the group's participation is very important to the success of the parade. I think this is so because of the level of effort and planning that actually was put in place by the festival committee. I want in a particular way to actually salute the work of the chairperson, Master. Let's put on together for her. She's done a wonderful job. And all the others who have been helping and planning this event.
And a member of the Maho Jimititaru Village Council implored carnival revelers to be safe during the festive season.
Let's make Mas Dominic peaceful and accident-free. Let's be cowards and chickens and run away from unnecessary fights and arguments. Let's not jump too close to the tires or the generators of the truck to cause serious or fatal injuries. And to you parents, as a teacher and parent, I implore you to be vigilant and responsible with your underage children. Don't send them in the van. Be with them at all times. Drink and act responsibly when they are with you. For parents, our children are our future lifeline.
You are watching the Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Red cheese, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are,
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel alive.
there's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
Welcome back. Government has committed to seeing through the development of a viable agriculture program in schools around the country. This as the Junior Achievers, J.A. Dominica, and the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Fisheries signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Monday. The MOU pledges government support to helping the J.A. Achievers execute its GROW project in 10 schools across the island. Minister for Agriculture says his ministry is fully on board with getting youth involved and interested in the agriculture sector.
We'll provide programs for the implementation of the GROW program. We'll facilitate and channel the resources, financial and otherwise, through a formal partnership that may exist on the ground. We'll consult with the Junior Achievers of Dominica and other stakeholders to adopt agri-entrepreneurship, education, and agricultural curriculum and material to suit the local cultural context. We're also hoping to do that it will be formally accepted as part of the school's curriculum. The contribution should not be seen in context of the amount, because what we're trying to do is to create an impression, to work on the minds, and to create a sustainable movement. And so our initial commitment would be 72,000 EC dollars to start with.
The Newtown Primary School started the pilot project in 2018, and GROW Project Officer for J.A. Dominica, Nestor Phillip, says the program is currently entering its second phase.
The aim of the J.A. GROW project is to create a garden model for school students and raise awareness about agricultural production with emphasis on climate resilience. The objectives of the project are to incorporate agricultural and environmental education and training programs in school, to create a conducive environment for biodiversity, to raise agri-entrepreneurs or agripreneurs through the use of technology, to create an overall aesthetic environment for the community, students, and visitors alike, and to improve the perception of agricultural workers and the rewards earned from making investments in agriculture. It is encouraging to note that project implementation has commenced. Phase 2 is expected to run for 6 months and come to an end by June 2019.
Philip says the JA Grow project is helping position the youth to get on board with government's vision for its agriculture sector.
Also, each school and its students are expected to develop or complete 4 out of 8 tangible structures and systems, including a butterfly spa and sanctuary, a vermiculture farm, an aquaponic space, a rainwater harvesting system, a hummingbird spa, a composting unit, a vegetable and forestry nursery. Even here we can see where it ties in with government's plans to plant 1 million trees. And a mini vegetable garden. This is where we get to be creative and innovative and also raise small ruminants.
The 9 other schools which will benefit from the GROW project are the Grand Bay, Grand Fort, Massac, St. John's, Savonpie, and Sally Bay Primary Schools, as well as the Berrien Christian Academy, Achievement Learning Center, and the Northeast Comprehensive School. Minister for Justice Rayburn Blackmore has challenged Dominicans to play their part in helping Dominica become the first climate-resilient nation in the world. Blackmore reminded the public that the country's goal to become climate resilient incorporates everyone, and each should play his part by first taking care of the environment.
We have to continue to be resilient, and to be resilient, we have to play our part as individuals, within our homes, within our communities, to ensure that Dominica can get to the level of being the first climate resilient country in the world. But to get there, our practices as individuals must speak for itself. We must clean our drains, etc. We must keep our environment clean. These are the basic things we must start with. We must guard against throwing our bottles and our waste all over the place. So this has to be manifested in our practices and in our general disposition as a people.
Blackmore reminded Dominicans that the change in waste disposal practices must be a continuous process in order to see results.
Notwithstanding what we have been through, during Mary and after, we are still very, very strong. And we can only get stronger if we do what we have to do. First of all, as individuals, as from our homes, and as community. We have to continue to ensure that all the derelict vehicles in the constituency are dealt with. Because we cannot talk about resilience, my dear friends. We cannot talk about resilience and on our side of our street with derelict vehicles or drains are clogged with garbage. Our practices from the very basic level must be taken very seriously.
And the Jones Beaupere Primary School has been awarded the Literacy Award for their determination to advance child literacy. Here again is Julian Morris.
Hands Across the Sea has recognized and celebrated the dedication of Jones Beaupere Primary School to the advancement of child literacy. Co-founder of Hands Across the Sea, Tom Linsky, says they are proud to award the 2018-2019 Hands Literacy Award to Jones Beaupere. Linsky said many other schools on the island were severely damaged by Hurricane Maria, and many school staff and students lost their homes, belongings, and loved ones. Almost every school on Dominica is in a stage of post-disaster recovery. But he said there are many stories of recovery and resilience across the island, and the spirit of Jones Beaupere Primary School is an inspiration to all. Principal Martha Stevenson and her teachers vowed that the hurricane would not take away the gains in child literacy that they had made with their school library. Stevenson says because of the library, the children have become more excited about books and their literacy skills have grown. With hurricane recovery mostly completed at the school, the library at Jones Beaupere Primary School is better than ever. Colorful, welcoming, child-friendly, a magnet for students of every grade and reading ability. Hands Across the Sea is dedicated to raising the literacy levels of Eastern Caribbean children on the islands of Antigua, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Grenada. Since founding the organization in 2007, Hands Across the Sea has shipped over 464,000 books to the region through its Caribbean Literacy and School Support Program. The award to Jos Bopier Primary comes with $1,000 of new books to the school. In Dominica, Hands Across the Sea has assisted 86 school libraries and reading programs with over 98,000 new amazing books, reaching 11,700 children.
To end the news, the headlines again. Government signs agreement with Vital Developers Limited for 5-star eco resort and spa. Renewed commitment from government for a viable agriculture program for schools around the country. And commendation for local participation in mass Dominic activities so far this year. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access or pass the newscast on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow.